Hey. To the world greatest.
I just want to welcome you to Underdog Season.
Rap spitter, Mr. Go Getter when it comes to
this music. I'm the master like Splinter.
Hey.
Summer still mine, and I might take the winner. Praise the God, cause I'm good with the sun like Kendall Jenner. Sun-kissed child, my melanin still popping. I'm from where making it out is the only option. Beat the combination,
you know I stay locked in. No squares in my circle, so I can't be boxed in. Look at me now, feel like I done saw you the way I've been styled.
Feeling like Floyd, I could go
100 rounds when they ask who I am, just say the talk of the town.
Haters, they gon' ask who I am.
Hey.
God bless the boy, so now I be the man.
Crazy thing, whenever I perform, that was one of the favorite songs.
Yeah. It's because it slaps, man. Who?
I couldn't afford a Gangsta Grills mixtape, so I had to. So that was my Gangsta Grills moment.
Yeah.
DJ
All
Drama.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last episode
Season finale.
of season 1. Well, not that one. Not that one.
Gratata.
Was it this one? All right. Cut off the studio audience. So I guess from here, leave comments. Like if you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, all those things. Follow us on Spotify. There's a lot of stuff that we can still do. So there's like polls on Spotify. We can have polls. So I guess we can if you have like poll type questions, we can post them to the community that we're building, or that's what you want to call it.
That's cool. Yeah.
There's tons of stuff. So I guess before we get into the thing, where does this show go from here? How big do we want to get?
From here, it's like prestige, world, wow.
Both of those.
I see you at the bottom while drinking sangria.
Love it.
Yeah, but nah.
Love that song. It was my ringtone for a long time.
Yeah, that was a wild era.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think we've established like a foundation, and I think now it's just us building on that foundation.
Yeah.
So we talked about maybe having some guests, things like that, inviting them into our world a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be cool too, because then we can invite a diverse group of people.
For sure.
Because creativity doesn't just stop with art, music, or podcast or YouTube videos. Right. Like there's so much. Like in previous episodes we talked about ministers and pastors. How are they creative and being a lead pastor? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And even too, like just different people. You might have people that might be involved in politics, but they Christian. How do you get creative with that? Especially in this climate we in right now. So
Sure.
Yeah. I ran into the girl, Kaylin.
Yeah, K-Way. Shout out to K-Way.
It was funny because I was meeting someone at Chipotle, and it was the girl from this coaching thing, and so she's like, hey Matt, how's it? She pulls up. I'm thinking I'm meeting her. And I'm like, and then I'm running through the Rolodex. I'm like, I don't think this is who I'm meeting with, but why do I know? Why do I know this person?
Yeah.
And then it like we walked from the parking lot at the UC Chipotle all the way up. Like I just walked with her because I'm like, oh yeah, we're meeting. I'm like, no, I'm not meeting you. But why do I know? Why do I know you?
Yeah.
And by the time I hit the door, I was like. Oh, this the girl rapper. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head out.
She dope rapper,
dope.
dope singer. Shout out to K-Way.
Yeah.
Look her up on Spotify, all those different things.
Yeah,
she has some great music.
Yeah, so I'd like to get her on, just hear her perspective and more of her story.
She said she down.
Yeah. Who else do we need to get?
Well, we can. I got a couple people that have already agreed that I've asked, kind of put out filters. Adoria Maxbury has agreed.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Matter of fact, she almost was like, when we pitched it, we had already done the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Because when we did the first 3 episodes, that next morning we had to be at City Hall because they unveiled the commemorative marker for the BLM mural,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of picked her brain, like, you know, maybe season 2, season 3.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, if you guys still recording season 1, like I'll be down to do season 1. And I was like, we've already scheduled everything out, but if I would have known,
Yeah.
we would have made room.
Yeah.
But I think she's dope. She's a preacher, artist, and a mom. She's I would love just to sit with like an hour, 45 minutes to pick her brain on how she get to where she is and what the future has for her. She's really dope.
Yeah. I think we need to make that Mother's Day episode happen.
What's the Mother's Day episode?
When we were talking about just inviting like a mother on the podcast, like you can invite your own mother or you can invite your wife or just somebody that's a
I don't know
mother.
if we can get Mom Sue on this podcast.
Mom Sue got it, bro.
Mom Sue gonna drop some gems.
Mom Sue pull up. We gonna get it popping.
That will get lots
Love
of views.
Mom Sue.
That'll grow us out to the Aliquippa.
Hey, listen. What's it called? Aliquippa?
Aliquippa.
Aliquippa.
Hey,
There
all
we
my
go.
Aliquippa Pete's will peep out there.
That's the home of Dale Revis, Darrell Revis.
Oh, Darrell
Darrell
Revis.
Revis,
Darrell
yeah.
Revis.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fire.
We got pop-ups up there.
Him, I think. I mean, Aliquippa is Football USA.
Got you.
I think was Ty Law from there. They'll correct me on this. I think Ty Law. Maybe I could be wrong. Bunch of people.
Cool.
Tony Dorsett. I mean, that's technically Hopewell, but Aliquippa Hopewell's same difference. So yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We gotta get Jazz.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
she's,
yeah.
I know she's listening.
She gonna
Jazz.
duck. She gonna duck. She go to our
duck.
church.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz, you coming? Season 2.
That'd be dope.
Elise.
Elise, yes.
I forgot to reach
Elise's
out.
Cupcakes.
Yes.
I did
You
reach
plugged
out.
her in that video.
Yeah, I plugged her. I sent her a message on Instagram,
Hey.
and I was like, it's at this point in the video, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'll be there. I'm like, yes. So she's gonna bring cupcakes.
Yes, we need cupcakes for that one.
For sure.
Who else?
This whole episode, y'all gonna hear me eating.
Oh, Dom.
For sure.
Dom, yeah.
Dom's got to bring cookies though.
Yes.
Yes. She's catching up currently. I talked to her the other day. She found it hilarious that you have not seen Martin yet. Or just started. Sorry.
Just starting, yeah.
Just started Martin.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched Martin in a little bit.
all good.
I'm on episode 7. The plumber died.
Oh, yeah. See, I know
Or no,
that
he didn't.
shit.
He didn't die. No, he didn't die. He has a sickness or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know that you deep into Martin when you start naming stuff from the side characters. When you come in with the
Yeah.
that's when I know.
Who else?
There is
Keith?
Keith for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we already name dropped him, so he definitely got to come out.
Isn't Keith writing a book?
I don't know. If he is, that's fire.
Who's writing a? Someone. One of my. Oh no, Brandon's writing a book. Brandon Woodard.
Okay.
That's another one.
We got Lawrence Kane, LC,
Oh, yeah.
Money Man.
Yeah.
Definitely financial literacy. He's one of the best. And he's really good at educating and breaking things down. So I think it'll be great to have. And he's a follower of Christ too. So
Yeah. Pastor at the Well, formerly Tridestone.
It's not Troy Culver.
is
Yeah.
it?
Okay. Troy, yeah.
Troy. I mentioned to him. He was interested.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's fire. And we can even get some people from outside the church.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I think we have a good amount of people. It's
I
gonna
only
be
hang
like
out with
20
church-
episodes.
I only hang out with church people, so
I got some outsiders that I would love to kind of
Yeah.
interview and talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Offline, I'll run it by y'all.
Yeah. Because even inside
say
the
it
church,
now.
I was gonna say you can invite like Brandon,
Brandon.
your mentor.
Oh, Hawkins?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. My fault.
he'd be hilarious.
Yeah, he is. My bad, OG. I didn't mean to forget your name or anything. And I just talked to him today, too.
Yeah. Man, I got my boy Brian Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one. He's a secular artist by our standards, but I've watched him be a husband and a father since I was like 18 or even younger, in high school type deal. But he's always been a person in the community. But his rap name is I Am McCoy. But I've been
Oh
listening-
yeah.
Okay.
I've been listening to his music since high school, and he's a really dope dude, solid dude. But just when you talk about someone who has a heart for community and is a leader, when I didn't see, besides my own dad, I didn't see a lot of fathers and husbands who took joy in that, and I saw him do that along with creating music and teaching others how to create music and things like that. And he's a self-taught. He's just dope.
Yeah.
I've already put out fillers to see if he would come out. So we still kind of connecting on some things, but he's a fan of the podcast. He shouts us out and everything like that. So when you see this, I want you out. I want you on the show.
Yeah.
We gotta have his point of view on the show.
Yeah. I think we got to this one's dying. I'm at 20%.
Okay.
I'll plug that one in. That
Yeah,
shouldn't be a problem.
all right.
In a perfect world, season 2 premiere, we record live from the cereal bar.
That'd be fire.
Oh,
And we can interview Ariel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
that's nothing. And on the side note, I did go to the cereal bar about a month or two ago. Probably it was in September because it was right before Blink, and she says she misses us, and we gotta pull up. We gotta pull up.
I definitely want to pull up on her.
Listen, I would love to, but every time I want cereal, it's a
Michael's
Monday or Tuesday.
That's the gripe. Yeah. Every time I want to go and work, it's always like a Monday or Tuesday. Like by Wednesday to Thursday, Creative Connect and eBarber the artist is like I'm about shutting it down for the week. Like I don't want to kind of.
By Sunday, I'm done.
I wonder if she's gonna be open the day before Thanksgiving.
That's a what, Wednesday? Probably.
Yeah, because I took off that day.
Hey, we can make it a conversation.
Yeah, just go in the morning and we can talk to her. Yeah.
You said the Wednesday before?
I'll
what, the
probably
27th?
bring young Ella.
Yeah. Hey.
We could do something. We could make it happen.
Yeah.
Bet. So
We get that. I think it was a small table. We could use that backdrop.
Yeah.
The plant, the wall, whatever.
The grass wall.
that's fire.
And then you got the other stuff right there, the couches.
That'll be dope because she's done a lot. I know y'all seen it. She's done a lot of things, and you've been seeing the brand expand and what she's done in the last year and a half. Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah.
And I think if we pulled up on some entrepreneurs and things like that, that'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
Do some podcast episodes in their establishments.
Yeah.
For sure. We can definitely do one in I can ask, but see if we can get Soul Secrets in there.
Hey.
Very great establishment.
Shout out to the catfish.
For sure. Yeah.
If you listen, you are now a part of the team.
Yeah. I'll let her know.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know. But I think season 2 is gonna be dope. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And we by the time this come out, everybody will see that we got a official page too. So
Yeah. Which this will come out November something.
Yeah.
November what's today? This 7th?
Today's 7th, yeah.
It'll come out the 20th.
So yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So we'll have to do something for the 27th.
Yeah.
We can do live.
And if they out there,
We're not live, but
yeah. Go ahead and follow our page, three creatives in the cross pod on Instagram. And we're gonna give updates on there too.
Yeah.
I think I have 30 million accounts on TikTok.
I'm convinced I'm getting there. Well, not on TikTok, but Instagram.
So I'll change one of them.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I appreciate
I
it.
just keep getting ideas for TikTok accounts and then I just never follow through. I'm like, this would be a good idea. And then I never do it.
I almost did like a gaming one time,
Yeah.
but I was like, nah, I don't got time.
Like I think I got one like is this bull? And
Okay.
It's like where you see things on TikTok, you're like, is this bull?
Yeah.
And it's just that idea. And so
I like that, though.
Like there was one that was like, it was like grow your old Instagram for over the course of 30 days. I'm like, maybe. And then I thought about documenting. And then I started the process. I got to day 4 and I was like, this is too much. So I just quit. I was like, this is too much.
I think it'd be dope if we had like different elements to our content and things like that. Like, you said like we can do like create our own ads in our videos in a sense, kind of like as cut to like I don't know, green goldfishes or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and we create skit ads. Like I think that'll be a really dope. And find different ways to kind of hook people in. We can even use the old church cliche invitation videos where they're like, walk on water or something, like where they throw water on the ground and they walk on water to get you to come to church. We can use all those type of gimmicks, but I want to kind of challenge us, be uncomfortable. And as I'm saying all this, I'm uncomfortable. Because you got to act and all that. Like, Will Smith is my dog, but I don't want to be like him. Like, as far as being an actor and nothing like that. But I will do it because I think it's something that people will see. It'll draw more attention or get more attraction for us to do it.
Yeah.
I'll be a real knee slapper.
I'd like to do a live show. Like, not like a live stream, but like a live show. Yeah. Like somewhere, I don't know, sell tickets, make it free. I don't know, but just something. And
invite different vendors.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. That would be dope.
Yeah, take questions from the studio audience.
That would be great.
Things like that. It'd be cool.
Invite some creatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I don't think like having a destination ain't an issue because we got churches or whatever we can do, man.
And then we can do culture karaoke.
Yeah, you dangerous. I like that.
You know what culture karaoke is?
I can pretty much get an educated guess, but I would love to hear what it actually is because I think I might be on the left side of the field on that one.
So it's a card game. It was at Target. I picked it up.
Oh, okay.
But it has like sing a song by like a 90s women's R&B group. And then but it's you pull the card and then you got to just do it. So load it up and play it. So it'd be like
never gonna get it. Yeah.
Not this time. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. I listen to that song at least twice a week.
I can see your sisters going crazy for that in karaoke, like looking at their boyfriend, like not to that ring, dog.
Not to that ring. Yeah,
I think about that game night we had at the church basement, and we did like Pictionary and all
where
that.
We got
man.
Hey, that's when I knew we were all locked in.
Yeah,
because I don't know, I was drawing bulldozers and stuff. Like, come on, get it.
Yeah,
and it was like 3, 2, 1, gentrification. I said,
that was crazy.
God.
That was wild. Yeah,
yeah. No, we got to reenact that. I mean, we got to do that again.
Yeah,
game nights was live.
Yeah,
that was fun. I thought about doing a game night for my birthday, but then I was just like, nah, I'm tired. Like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna stay home. You're at that age now where it's like,
yeah,
it's just I don't know.
Yeah, next year me and Ivan gonna take care of that.
Yeah,
no more just humble birthdays. We got you.
No, I'm good.
For the big one we got to. Though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The 4-0.
Yeah.
We'll do something for
that's mandatory.
I can prep myself for that.
Yeah.
I just need a good old fashioned nap.
Facts.
All right, let's get into our question.
Yeah.
We did that one. Originality and not assimilating in a world full of comparison and trends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that, kind of just the idea of like as a creative, how do you continue to just be authentic and original when we're in a world to where everything's set towards an algorithm, trends, and things like that? Like even the trends, like let's just say in CHH hip hop, like a lot of times CHH promotes by doing whatever's trendy on TikTok and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But it's just like, how do you still remain original in that to where people don't just see you as being gimmicky or a follower? Because in today's world, things are ruled by trends. And I like was going back to like, cause I've been going through this whole thing of like mixtapes. And I think about like the mixtapes that used to be out when I was in like college. and it was like a wide spectrum of stuff that you had. Like you had Childish Gambino going, A$AP Rocky, Wiz Khalifa. You still had Drake, Cole, Big Sean, Wale, all these different people, and none of them sound the same essentially.
Yeah.
But in today's day and age, like there's a lot of rappers. I'm not gonna blame it on them, but ever since the Migos came in, everybody raps like the Migos.
Oh,
Right.
Nice.
They don't do the ad libs no more as much, but you still have the triplets and stuff like that and the flows. And we haven't abandoned it because nobody's really went outside of it. Now you still got other people that like rap in their own way, but like they're not the ones that you see constantly on your TikTok or your,
yeah.
and so it's interesting.
I really like the oh gosh, Mexican OT.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
He fire.
Yeah.
I'm a little unsaved, but that's all right.
He remind me of like a Kevin Gates.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah, a little,
But not
bit.
in a bad way. Yeah. I think
No.
it's in a good
I wouldn't have made that comparison, but yeah, it's not bad.
No, that makes sense. No, again TikTok. There was a band that was performing their entire album like cover to cover, and what the front man said was, what you're gonna find is that the first like 3 songs you're gonna love, and the rest of the album is like meh. And the story he told behind it was this idea that the album came out the same time around that iTunes did. And so iTunes gave you samples of the first 3 songs.
Yeah.
So they put all their good songs like up front. And then the throwaways or whatever was like the tail end. So it's like, yeah, the first like 3 songs you're gonna love. The 4 is like okay.
Yeah.
But it's still that continual like algorithm and trend push. Like I don't know. I don't know because I just don't listen to music that much. I'm not that in tune. Are there still artists that are doing the like Andy talked about it, the concept album
Yeah.
became a thing.
One person that's doing it really well right now, and I know a lot of Christians will probably get mad that I say this, but Tyler Creator. Because all of his albums, if I'm not mistaken, have gone #1, but they've all been like some type of concept album. And he's like pushed like a certain narrative in it, like it's telling a story. The latest one he did was called Chromacopia. And in that, like he follows this.
That sticky song.
See, yeah, that's on TikTok, yeah.
It's
And nobody has like a super long verse. It's just like 8 bars and then they out.
yeah.
But even in that, he messes around with the idea of like chromatic colors and things like that. Even this whole thing of in the picture on the album, he's wearing a mask, but he has these parts in the verses where he like, in a sense, takes the mask off and tells his real thoughts on these different things. Like he talks about how he wrestles with the idea of like being a father and stuff like that. Like, he has this one song, I can't remember what it's called. It's like, I don't want to say Hey Jude because I know that's wrong. That's the Beatles, but it might be something like that. But he's talking about this whole thing of like how like I don't have to be a father, and these are the benefits to me not being a father. But if you choose to keep this kid, then I will be a father, and this is how I make sure that I'm a good father, or like how I will wrestle with the struggles of being a good father. So he comes up with like all these concepts. Kendrick,
Hey Jane.
Hey Jane, that's what it is. Kendrick, he does a lot of concept albums as well. Other than that, not a lot of people do, or I'll say not a lot of mainstream people do. I'll say that. Yeah, not a lot of mainstream people do that because that used to be what it was. Because not everybody, but like you had Eminem doing like Curtain Call, all those different things. Like you used to have skits in the albums. They used to be fire. Broke Five Broke. We ain't got it.
Nope.
But even Kanye with the whole concept of like school.
Yeah.
And like being a college dropout.
Wake up, Mr. West.
No one was gonna see you again. See you again. He ain't do nothing with your life. But yeah, nobody really does them anymore for real.
Yeah. And I think an issue is that TikTok kind of ruins songs.
Yes.
Like,
Constantly.
Like if this because you'll hear it on the radio and it's just like,
Yeah.
what song is this? And then the TikTok part kicks in. You're like, oh, that's this song.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah. So it's trends are unfortunately, I don't know if they're helpful. I don't want to say they're harmful, but I'm not exactly sure if they're helpful.
Yeah. Because we've kind of adapted like a herd mentality to where like nobody wants to step out of the norm anymore. Nobody wants to take that risk to be like, all right, the masses might not like this song.
Yeah.
And I might be ahead of my time, but eventually they're going to catch up.
Yeah. But the beautiful side is that if you do just put something out, like TikTok is the place to be found. And you don't need the millions. Take the thousands.
Yeah.
And hey, they gonna rock with you. And
Yeah.
you get some, man. If I had 1,000 people listening to the music that I was making
Be
back
hype.
in high school,
Yeah.
man, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Facts. Because that's even like, what's old boy's name that made $1 Million Baby?
You don't know.
That girl, I want to make it. Be my $1 million baby.
I ain't about the same, babe. That guy? I don't know.
I think it's like Tommy something. But like, even with him, like, that song blew up. But then I started seeing people on TikTok make those types of songs. And so it just kind of got oversaturated.
Yeah.
And then like now everybody's on like the make a 2000s type of song.
Yeah. Isn't it the same thing with, there's like a space cowboy?
Beyonce?
No.
Oh.
It's, oh gosh. Well, we'll play it offline, but
Yeah.
there's something about the guy's got like a deep voice, deep sound. It's like an OG TikTok
Okay.
sound. Oh, rolling down on the street.
That's
Your brain goes numb. And
I know exactly what you're talking about because I downloaded the song, but
I might not have heard that one.
no, you did, you have.
Yeah,
I just can't remember his
it's
name.
something in the ocean. The song title.
Yeah,
We're sounding real old right now.
Right.
You know what?
It's okay.
I'll take it.
It's okay.
I will take it. I can't remember for the life of me.
Planets in the ocean.
We'll find it.
It's something like that.
I'm gonna post it on the
What's that? We'll put in a poll. What's that song?
we all trying to find it. Not rolling down in the deep.
Astronaut in the Ocean, Masked Wolf.
Right? Astronaut in the ocean.
Astronaut in the Ocean is the name of the
That's
song.
it. That's it.
And the artist name is Maxed Wolf.
Okay. See, there we go. I knew it was something with an ocean and an astronaut.
Yeah, because I was like, I was stopping myself with all my might to not say Yellow Wolf. So I know it's not Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
I know that, yeah.
that
What
song.
you know about rolling down in the deep?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
And then there's that guy. The you know what I'm
Yeah, the
talking
one
about?
you were talking
The
about, yeah.
TikTok, he does this. I swear, he's not real. I'm tinfoil hat time.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that guy is not real. He's just so animatronic with it. I'm like,
That's not the one that be saying brother, is it?
no.
Okay.
No, not sketch.
Yeah.
No. I can't think of it. It's James something or Jason, something with a J. But he'll play like, here's this TikTok song, here's the original.
Oh, yeah.
But
I know exactly what you're talking about.
he's all over Facebook. He
Yeah.
pops up on Facebook all the time. But he's just like
Every time.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I
It's AI.
don't trust it. Yeah.
John Connor.
Probably.
He know John Connor.
All right, what were we talking about?
Originality.
Trends and originality. Yeah. Yeah, man. Be original. Be like create the stuff you want to like you I feel like we've talked about this before. Create the stuff you want to create. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be people that rock with it.
But I think we as the audience or the consumers have to hold them accountable to some degree. I think if like Future dropped that mixtape,
Yeah.
and I'm not a fan of Future, but I will listen to Future. I do got some songs of Future that I have, but I was excited to listen to it until I heard he mumbled half of the song. And I've heard, and I did actually listen to that song, and I was just like, as a fan or a consumer, I cannot support this. And I think when we have the masses, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to it or you shouldn't buy it, but once you do, if you keep playing it or you keep, if you keep, consuming the content, they're going to give you exactly that because the numbers, the streams, and all the data shows that this is what you like. And I think as consumers, we just can't support everything. Like before I became a father and a husband and all that stuff, I did not like Cole's For Your Eyes Only. I did not understand it. I was just like, this ain't it. When I got into the space where he was in when he wrote it, I was like, this is fire. Yeah. But I think we just have to, as consumers, we have to just hold the people that we listen to or we get this stuff from, we got to hold them accountable. And I think that looks of just saying like, no, I'm not going to buy this. You need to know this album wasn't good, like, or this song isn't it. But I think TikTok, I won't say ruined it, like y'all said. I just think it just didn't help. That songs have to go through TikTok now in order to be labeled a success. If you can't dance off of it, you can't make a sound off of it, then it's not really that good.
If you can't hit one of them joints on it, it ain't going.
Which is so crazy. Nah, I'm gonna sound old, and I don't want to do that.
Look, I watched The Baby. The Baby?
The Baby, yeah.
Lil Baby.
Which one? There's
The Baby, Lil Baby, Shirley Baby.
No, I think it's The Baby. I watched someone, because that's why I love TikTok for it, the mashups.
Oh yeah.
They took The Baby's song where he's on the streets and everybody's around. Yeah. It's like one of his first songs.
Yep.
If not his first one. But they put it to Boot Scoot and Boogie.
Okay.
And it lined up perfectly. So you can dance to anything.
Yeah.
You can dance.
That's real.
But yeah. No, you're onto something. I don't know. It's not an amplification. It is an amplification. It's an amplification of who we are. Right? It's like I haven't watched a Marvel film since what came out after Endgame.
Spider-Man?
No. Was it The Widow? Probably The Widow. The Widow one. And it's just because like I'm tired. Like I want something new and fresh. Like there's we're gonna keep putting out superhero movies. I was a huge Marvel fan. Like I would sit and watch Iron Man through Endgame over the course of 2 weeks. Yeah. But it just came to a point where it's like, okay, it's like,
is it just the Marvel movies, the brand, or comic book movies or superhero movies in general?
I think it's all of it. It's superhero movies in general.
Is that because of Marvel, or because you looked at the other side of DC and the other independent material and was like, this ain't as good, and you're comparing it to Marvel?
No, they're all poop.
No, I can't abide by that.
I'm gonna say something really unpopular that'll probably make you leave this house. Wakanda Forever sucked.
Auntie died in that movie.
What you mean it sucked?
I turned it off probably 20 minutes in.
All right, tell me 20 minutes.
It didn't do it, man. It just, I did not like it.
Wait. Because you said you did not like it and you only watched 20 minutes.
Yeah, I did not. The 20 minutes left, I hated it.
Dog.
Slow. Boresville. Hated it.
Now, go ahead.
No, because I'm going to go into my nerd bag.
I was going to say, in that movie, though, that was more of like a memorial to Chadwick.
And to a lot of things changed because of his passing. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they had an original slate, or they had an original idea. Mm-hmm. Of course, when he got sick and he unfortunately passed away.
Right.
Rest in peace to the GOAT. Mm-hmm. I think they had to make some changes to it. Sense. From what I saw, as far as storytelling goes, it is not a a top tier movie by the masses.
Yeah.
It is a really good film for people who grew up reading the Black Panther comics.
Yeah.
Is it all the way accurate? Absolutely not. But it does give you some different things that you saw that you didn't think you would see. Did not think I would see Shuri as Black Panther. Now, the Shuri on the movie and the Shuri that I read growing up,
Different.
they're different.
Yeah.
They're different. Even the costume design. I wanted the costume design to go the comic book way it did. And that's fine. I'm not gonna say Black Panther 2. I can't. It is not the weakest Marvel product. By far, it's not the weakest. It's like mid. It's in the middle. I wouldn't call it mid, but I'll put it in the middle of the projects collectively.
I'll give another try, but it was just
To watch the whole thing.
What is the best in your opinion Marvel movie?
the best one, in my opinion.
In your opinion,
I love Civil War.
Civil War is really
Civil
good.
War was my absolute fit. Just that fight scene between Cap and Iron Man,
Fire.
and was Bucky with him too?
Yeah.
Bucky might have-
They was trading the shield back and forth.
yeah, that was just
they jumped my dog, and I wasn't.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes of a Marvel movie.
And I also think too. I'm not a movie person whatsoever. I'll make that disclaimer. I think CGI ruins the films because I go back and I watch like the original Iron Man, and it just looks so good because they built the suit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then towards the end it's kind of like you can only build so much, right?
Right. Yeah.
So like I still think of, I don't know if it was in Endgame or if it was in Infinity War. I think it was Infinity War, where they thought they defeated him at Wakanda, and Hulk, the Hulk dude, his suit, but it was just Bruce. It opens up, his head just sits there. It looks off.
I hear people when they say the CGI, and I am a cinephile, movie buff. I don't care. Like I don't think it's as off as people think it is. I think it is like you said. There's only so much you can do, and as a visual artist, I know how to manipulate a shape or a line or a color to make the audience see it how I envision it. Does it look exactly like it? Absolutely not. But if I can get you just there, you can see whatever I wanted to display in front of you. So with CGI, I think people are looking for the illusion and trying to break that up to be one of the first people to say, CGI wasn't that great. But when you really if you want to believe it, or you just give space for the technical inconsistencies and just let the story tell itself, you really ain't gonna really care.
Here's a perfect example. The CGI at the end of Black Panther in the fight in the tunnel with the trains. It wasn't good.
And that I agree with you.
and that when
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's I love Black Panther all the way up until that scene, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And really the fight and the finishing move is top tier as far as hand-to-hand close combat thing.
Yeah.
But you're 100% right. The CGI in that instance
Right. Yeah.
ruins the illusion of this ride you've been on for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just those little things.
I get
It's
you.
just like it takes you out for a moment. It's like,
I get you.
Because I remember it was so funny. Kristen can vouch for this. We went and saw Black Panther. I think we were late because I'm just a late movie person. We went and saw Black Panther. It's a great story because I walked out of the theater. This is going to sound really funny. Disappointed because I was like, that's not real life. And the truth that Black Panther was going for at the end of that movie, like there was something in me that was like yeah, I want this to be like real life, and then like the end credits roll was like, oh wait, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So what did you wanted to see or what did you hope for? Because you said you were disappointed.
No.
Or-
let me.
Yeah.
So him saying like, "Oh yeah, Wakanda, we're gonna come out, we're gonna save the world." Like, I was so drawn into the actual story that I was like, that there was a bit of hope, which is weird to say about a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but when the movie ended, it was like you're smacked back, and I'm like, "Oh wait,
Yeah, because there was a lot going on at that time.
They're not coming to save you.
yeah, they're not coming to save me." Yeah,
Yeah.
And what year was Black Panther?
17 or 18.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of turmoil and stuff. So there was that.
It was 18 because it dropped in February 18. And then, B and I went on our first date in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2018.
Yeah. So Black Panther, the first one, is great for the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Very
Excellent
good story.
Excellent story to make someone like feel like you're a part of it. I think that's the goal for every single story writer.
Yeah.
Right. And then,
So Black Panther 2,
I hated it.
it ain't about you. Like that's no. Like what I mean by that, like you said,
Right.
You resonated with the characters, you resonated with the culture and all of that. That's why we cling to it so much. But Black Panther 2 ain't about us. It's about another culture.
Yeah.
Like when you look at Black Panther 1, you are looking at a culture that is untainted by colonization. It is our excellence at its finest, and we have a mythical hero that we look up to, idolize, and we want to be like. Black Panther 2 is the same thing. It's just not our culture. So I encourage you to look at it from Namor's perspective and things like that. Now I read the comics and all
From
that.
whose?
That's the name of the character because he was in it like minute 22. You stopped at 20. Look at it from their culture
Okay.
and take it like a history lesson, things like that. I also, it's more from the Aztec Mayan symbolism.
Gotcha.
So learn from that perspective.
Okay. Those are my people.
Think like Aztec Atlanteans.
I didn't want to assume.
Yeah.
The Mexicans.
Yeah. So from that culture and
Gotcha.
how the look at the differences, and then at the end you're gonna see the similarities.
All right. I'll give it another try.
That's why I say don't.
It's gonna be rough though.
I would say, but I always tell people when you watch movies, comic book movies or not, give space.
Yeah. And I will say this, to be fair, I did try watching, was it The Immortals? Like a couple days before?
You talking about the Eternals?
Or Eternals? I hated it too.
No,
I haven't seen that one yet.
What?
I told you that.
You know, you make sense. You got a whole list of stuff that you got to watch. Eternals.
Because I didn't watch that or Shang-Chi, but I did go back and watch Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi and Eternals are gems, underrated gems for me. Shang-Chi not so underrated. People love it. But Eternals, I think, is good. Of course, if you know the comics and you know the story about if you let it have a second or a third one, you will then come around and love it. But I don't know, man. I enjoy it. Bad storytelling or bad CGI, not necessarily lined up with the comics. I love it all. One, I grew up reading these things or watching Saturday morning cartoons. So to see it, so to have the equivalent of that in these Marvel cinematic or DC cinematic universes, that's like Saturday morning cartoons for me. I just appreciate it because one, too, like I was talking to my cousin Money today about it because we were talking about the X-Men back then and then the X-Men 97. And I was talking about like, take it all in. Pause. Take this all in because in a few years, comic book movies won't be a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
They will not be a thing.
Yeah. And all this stuff with X-Men, I never understood the gripe with X-Men 97. And I went back and watched like the original X-Men cartoon, like I watched it with the kids. And I'm like, yeah, it's what I thought it was. It was like pretty like
Spot on.
woke social justice, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, that's what it was back then. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, why y'all being up? Like, I think people didn't watch it back then, and they just want to get mad about it. And I'm just like,
The trendy thing is to be the first or a part of the few, which then turns to masses to dislike something and give a scientific or a highbrow, high-minded way of giving
It's not
you
the norm.
that it's, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's weak sauce.
Yeah.
It's weak sauce. I think it's some things you just gotta appreciate and enjoy. Because when you look at some of the cartoons we looked at back in the day, they weren't the best, but we enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, I grew up a DC fan, and I still think DC is better than Marvel to this day. Comic book wise, yes. Movie wise, no. But storyline, character wise, DC's better. But DC's not punching out consistent content like Marvel is.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate Marvel for what they're doing, but
Yeah. I like Marvel for the heroes and the complexity of the heroes. Especially Thor in
Oh yeah.
was it Thor 3? Wherever he was
Ragnarok.
going, whatever one where he was all let down and had his talk with his mom. I think the mom had passed that. Whatever movie that was.
Yeah.
that's Endgame.
Was that Endgame? Okay. Well, anyways, so but Thor's complexity, Iron Man's complexity. I love the complexity of the heroes. To me, not as a comic book. To me, DC doesn't have the complexities for the heroes. Where DC thrives is in the villains. And the villains of DC, like it wasn't till Thanos in Marvel that like there was like a real true villain that was like, okay, this guy's good. Like just the complexity of it all. But with DC, like you had that at every turn, like with like Bane, like just
Joker,
just Bane alone was a great villain. I love Bane.
We talking about the movie universe, right?
Yes, I'm talking about the movies.
Then you're right. Then you're 100% right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. Comic book wise, you're 100% wrong. And this is why, because like you have characters like Green Arrow and Static and Icon. You got so many other different characters that even if we just park at Batman's complexities and like to be an orphan and then to raise orphans and the way he does it and how he has a code, but then like just all that, I think that's why I give the edge to DC over Marvel. It wasn't to the cinematic universe of Marvel I understand the complexity of Iron Man being selfless and then at Endgame selfless. Selfish and then selfless. Thor, invincible to vulnerable. Captain America, clueless and unwoke to now it's teamwork and diversity. Like,
Don't get me started on Captain America.
Captain America's trash.
Don't even get me started.
Trash. Because I know he could have went to a march or something. He could
Fought for civil rights.
Yeah. That's why he had a civil war in his own, because he ain't fight for civil rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't
Supposed to
know.
be talking about originality. We ended up going into Marvel and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And you just let us do it.
Y'all was on the road.
I'll have homework. I'll watch Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I won't watch the Eternals though.
That's fair. I've heard almost everyone, a lot of people didn't like Eternals, and that's fine. And that's not a big problem. But to say Wakanda 2 is trash, I cannot abide by that one. I cannot. At least see it through that lens.
Gotta
If
have my hot take.
I'm all for it. That's what's gonna get me talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we talking about now?
Originality.
Originality.
Being original.
Original.
Yeah. In a world that's full of trends.
Yeah, it's like the AI thing that I've talked about before. I've tried to do trends. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I'll post something on like an old TikTok video. I'm just like, it could be there, but I'm like, it's just not me.
Yeah.
It just don't feel authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong for someone that does do those things. Like definitely it's a marketing ploy. It really is. Like you can use it for for marketing to grow yourself, especially if you can tie it into what you do. And definitely do it. As for me, I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Because I don't know. It would make me cringe a little bit when all the CHH rappers would be like, they would do those little videos like, what if somebody made a song that was da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da, and then they go to the next clip and it's their song. And it's like, okay. But like they all kept doing it though. It was like, all right, one person did it, and I scroll a little bit. Second person did it, scroll a little bit. Now Wande did it. Like it just keep going.
Excuse me.
Oh,
It's Anike.
Anike, yes.
Get it
I'm
right.
sorry, correct me.
Bigot.
I still mess with her though. That Exit album. What was the one with I Just Want to Be Happy on it? I jigs with that album.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all pick out the songs and let me know which ones I should
Oh
listen
my
to.
goodness. I got you. But yes.
Yeah.
It's just, and I don't fault them for using that because they're reaching
Right.
audiences obviously, and they monthly listeners way higher than mine. But like, I think
Are they though? Still gotta get my game up.
yes.
You think musically, lyrically, or whatever.
I'm not about to answer that question. I'm not about to answer that.
Nah,
question
you got to,
because
yeah.
you already know my answer.
Yeah,
As a rapper, I can't say yes. They better.
they better.
I said I can't say that.
So then you're better.
I'm never gonna say another rapper better. I don't care who it is. You line me up against whoever people's favorite rappers is. My
J.
verse ain't
Cole.
it. I'm still saying I'm better just because of the fact that it's a
I believe
competitive
it.
sport.
I believe it. I know more
Yeah.
Kirk Franklin songs than I can name J. Cole songs.
I'm weak. But I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's just the competitive nature of the sport. Like I don't know no hooper that's really gonna be out here scared to play somebody else 1-on-1, even if they're a professional hooper.
So you gonna let me answer the question? I mean, ask the question.
Go ahead. What you gonna ask?
So you think lyrically, musically,
Mm-hmm.
you think they better than you?
No,
All right,
because I already knew that's what you was gonna say.
Yeah, bro. I gotta say because I think you bow down to the metrics. I'm not saying you physically bow down to the metrics.
Yeah.
But are you defer to the metrics? And I'm just like, I can't go.
But I'm with the metrics. I'm saying in the sense of like,
I listen to you way more than Hovey and Wanda. I mean, Anika.
yeah. But I'm
Way
saying
more.
they with their trends, they've obviously like through doing the trends, they've gained followers and things like that. So there's
yeah,
like
for sure.
some validity to like what they're doing.
I think it's they put in the work, and I think that's admirable and all that. But I'm looking at skill to skill, because then I feel like there's visual artists that are really dope because they're popping and they're visual, but they ain't better than me as a technical artist. Like, so as you as a technical rapper, you think they can give you bars?
No, I would say no. But
I'm just checking, make sure you're still in there.
I'm just saying.
nah,
I'm just saying.
I say that because
Gucci Mane's on the list, and Iva Joe's not.
crazy.
Shout out to Gucci.
I remember Lil Wayne was talking about that. He said, "Who that? Gucci Man?" That was funny. But no, I mean, because that's what keeps me being original though. Because like, I'm gonna make like my way work and reach other people. That's why like, if anybody ever asked me to do a feature, you ain't even got to question it. I'm coming to have the best verse on that song. I know it's your song, but I'm coming to have the best verse on that song. Some of the verses I write for features be way better than anything I've written in my life.
They got to be.
That's
'Cause
facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
And it just be because of the competitive nature.
Yeah.
But I had to find my own original way to even promote my stuff, which like I did it way longer than I thought I would be doing. But Sample Tuesday, like even doing that, like that was a thing to where I didn't go the Russ route to where I was releasing it on streaming and different things like that. But I was making a song every week, and people enjoyed the songs that I was making every week.
There's some gems.
You said what?
There's some gems.
Yeah, yep. And like some weeks you can see I did not feel it, but
If I made a TikTok in reply
yeah,
to the Sample Tuesday, it was a fire.
see, yeah,
Like there was one that I danced to.
I remember that.
'Cause
Yeah,
it was hitting. I think I ripped my pants. Like I think I had to put a spot. I was trying to do the breakdancing
Yeah.
pinwheel thing, and I think I ripped my pants.
See, this is why you gotta have great friends that support you like this. But it's just, I don't know. Like, I had to find my own way, and I always buck back against like stuff that's not original. But that's just me coming up in that older era of hip hop and stuff like that, where every rapper had a different like thing that they had that you liked them for. And even with different like artists, you think over time, like people talk about Andy Warhol and what's his name? Jay-Z gonna disown me. Basquiat. Like all those different types of things. But like when you look at they art styles, very different. It's not the same, but we still consider both of them great.
Yeah.
And you know, you do have differences. Like even, I know it ain't no big three no more since Kendrick came on the scene. But even when there was like a big three, you look at like Cole, Kendrick, Drake, all three different styles. You get something different from all of them, which makes sense why they had that longevity. But you don't see that anymore. It's just like in the NBA, like after LeBron retires, like it's going to be kind of weird because it's like, now I'm not saying there ain't no great hoopers,
Jason
but
Tatum don't exist?
Jason Tatum,
Steph Curry don't exist.
people don't. All right,
Steph Curry is more kind of in the LeBron era.
this is what I'm thinking though. Like, and I say this, and when I say it, I'm not hating on no
LaMelo
basketball
Ball?
player, but it's a reason why. It's a reason why Anthony Edwards was pushed last year, and like, of course, skill stuff like that. But what he has over somebody like Jason Tatum is the star power, because he's going to say the sound bites.
Yeah.
He's going to do the things that make him look like a star. Even like Adidas has been working overtime on his commercials and things like that. So like you don't have that like clear star right now to where like if LeBron retired today, who's the face of the league? And that's what I'm saying with that. And so when it comes to hip hop and like some of the mediums of creativity, we don't have who's the face of it next. Because in hip hop, you had like the Lil Wayne mixtape run. You had Jay-Z saying he's the best rapper alive. Like we had different eras where it was like somebody was clearly the front runner in these things. Even if statistically they weren't the front runner, because we talked about this, how Jay-Z like kind of wasn't the top person in every year that he was out, but he still proclaimed to be the best rapper alive, still had the notoriety, all of those different things, even though statistically it might not have been true. But where do we get that from? Like, where does that come from in this next generation of things? Because like hip hop is going through a renaissance right now to where they're going to have to figure out, all right, this beef that shook things up to where people don't want to put out music. But like now people are putting out music. And so what does like the mainstream look like after that? So I know that was a lot, but
no, it was good. You did say a lot, and it had me thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know which take to take. Because I agree with you. I think I agree with you with the music, basketball. We can debate that another time. But I agree.
Yeah.
When Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, and yes, that is my order. When they hang it up,
Yeah.
I don't see any front runners afterwards. I don't see like from all three of those guys, you have 1 to 2, maybe 3 classic albums. Well, no, classic albums is a higher tier. So all of them have a classic album. We don't listen to albums. If it's longer than 6, 7 songs, or it's longer than an EP, we don't sit down and digest it. That means we may listen to it once, and then we're instantly on social media or in front of our phones giving a synopsis of what we listened to, when you never really sat with it for weeks with a song or with the album to really give it the fair play. So I don't know. Like and what artist now could have that type of effect where they put out a classic album or have the potential to put out a classic album?
I don't think there's one. Well, potential to put out classic. There's people that have some, because like when you look at somebody like, I mess with JID.
I was gonna say JID.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like you said, people ain't listening to the album. We pick and choose. We listen to like the rappers that are established. We'll listen to their whole album, But somebody that like we still learning who they are, things like that, we won't really listen to it. And that's why like Tyler could put out that whole album and people are going to listen to it because Tyler's been around since, you know, way back when he was doing Yonkers and all of those different types of things. But like somebody newer making Chromacopia would not be the same reception. It would go under the radar. Unless they was connected to one of the established. How Baby Came is like Kendrick's cousin, stuff like that. And so it's interesting. But I think one thing that I can say about it relating to our topic is just that like looking at what they did, they kept doing what they wanted to do in a sense. Now Drake, he was kind of like in the trends, in and out.
I think
but I think he stood on who he was.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that. Or kind of in that realm. And this is probably the highest praise he'll get from me on a public platform. And I'll say that for Drake, yes, he does ride trends and rides waves. But like a surfer, that takes a skill. You can't just put it out there. And the way he's done it, that's what puts him up there for me. Like, yeah, to have that skill to take something, like you said, the Steve Jobs quote is it fits Drake perfectly. And I think that's a skill to take something that you may not have created, but give it something new or something, a refresh or whatever. It's a skill. And to do it to be on Billboard, to be at this running long streak of songs, singles, and albums, you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. Now, is he a top lyricist? Absolutely not. But he is a top hit maker? Absolutely.
Yeah, timestamp Drake different though.
Timestamp Drake? If I would have had like a whole album of timestamp Drake, it'll be Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Yeah. But I think they all stood on like who they were. And I think that's what made us like keep them high ups for so long. Because like honestly, you couldn't really imitate it. Like you can do like a Drake type beat and stuff like that, but there's something about when Drake delivers it that is different. You can sound like Kendrick, but people won't think you are Kendrick. You know what I mean? So it's when it comes to us as creatives, how do we continue to stand firm in like our own path and not really assimilate to the trends and things that other people do?
I think you just gotta know who you are. And for me, that's why I'm a big fan of Cole. Because from what I saw in Might Delete Later, you saw it all the way back in the warm up in the Dollar and a Dream tour. You saw it where he sat on a number of occasions from mixtape days to album days. I write what's in my heart. I don't care who mess with it. And like he had a small fan base, and I won't even say small. He just had a dedicated fan base, and it grew when he started to get better at the craft. Yeah. And from then on, even now, like with the Might Delete Later and all these other, I mean, in the tracks that with it, he even with the apology and all that, that's him. That's him. He does not care what the masses say and all that. I think if you're gonna create anything, you first have to know and have a good understanding of who you are and who you are not. Yeah. And I think with those three is an example of that. All of them just play to their strengths, and it based on who they know, and that's themselves. And I think when we have the masses following trends, because we're looking for orientation, a place where we belong, when we already belong with ourselves and things like that, but we don't have the courage enough to walk by ourselves.
And I'll say this and then I'll shut up. I think just as believers too, we have to recognize like there's value in being led by the Holy Spirit and being led by God and what we should do. And when we invite him in that process, then we can maintain that originality because it's coming from him, not necessarily listen to the masses on what we do. Even like certain visions that we get creatively and all those different things. Like, you know, when Andy Mineo just came back, like people were hyped that like he kept his sense of humor and things like that for this rollout. But, you know, he still, although I might not like some of like the more pop and rock songs that he does, he still stays true to it though. But like there are some of them that I do like we talked about like Nothing But Country or Is that what it is? Nothing But Country? We talked about like songs like that. Or like he got a song, I think it's called A Better Me. And so like different ones like that. Like I'll play those. But like it's some other ones that I'm like, I don't know about that, Andy. But he stayed true to his path and things like that.
Yeah, there's one song he does. It's probably my favorite song that he does, and would I consider it a worship song? I don't know. But it's at the tail end of Neverland 2.
I'm trying to think of which one
was it. Was it Cross My Heart?
I mean, Cross My Heart is like one of the last songs in the album.
It might be that one, or no, it might not be Neverland 2. It might be The Sword.
Yeah, the one with Jesus, He washes away all
That
my
one.
sin.
That one.
Yeah,
That song is
That's one.
Shame.
Yeah,
shame. Yeah,
Yeah,
that song had me on the floor.
yeah.
that's one
Crying.
of the ones.
That's the ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it was like I can't remember. Like were we in Dallas still? When did that album come out?
it was a minute ago.
2018.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were still in Dallas, and I think I was drawing on the floor, not on the floor, but I was drawing on a big piece of paper,
yeah,
and just kind of writing some stuff out. And that song, like I probably played that song like 5 or 6 times in a row, as it was just so good. But yeah, he had me that's just
yeah.
bawling my eyes out.
That's a really good one. I might have to run that back. I always go back to those 2 albums or like EPs.
That'd be a fire sample. Nah, I don't want you to sample it. I do want you to do something with that.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's tough. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. I'll let you know. I have a challenge for you here soon.
Bet.
Speaking of challenge, you get 3 tracks to rap on. What are the 3 tracks?
Like beats. The Corner by Common. That beat is just forever. You can rap on that for days. What's some other ones I like? Kanye's Devil in the Red Dress.
Okay.
And then Sing About Me by Kendrick. Those are all ones that you can kind of like, you can get off on those. Like you can kind of like flow. It like, cause the fast ones, they be cool. But if you want to talk your talk, you can kind of like mid tempo to slower. I like better. But then like you still got other ones like, I don't know. I'm trying to think like Busta Rhymes. What's that one called? I want to say like Break Your Neck or something like that. But like
Break Your Neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear it now.
But like stuff like that would be fun to rap off of though too. Yeah.
What's the one he did with Eminem?
I don't know.
There was a song. It's it wasn't the 900 number. It was the jump around sample.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd play it, but I don't really know the policy about
Instrumentals.
copyright and
Yeah.
stuff like just play like 5 seconds of it. Like this song. Boom.
Yeah.
Just play it.
Shut down before we even get started.
It'd be dope to rap on some classics too. Like Nas got some, like Empire State of Mind,
Ether.
Ether.
Empire State of Mind.
It'd be fun to do Ether.
Not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Love that song.
You know what song I want you to rap on?
Which one?
Is it Thug Love by Tupac?
See, Thug Love, I think of Boondocks.
That's
I got
exactly
that thug in love.
What song? There's a song by Tupac.
Yeah.
It's got a shotgun in the beat. I want to say
I would love to rap on America's Most Wanted though by Tupac. Picture perfect. I paint the perfect picture.
let me see real quick. We can wrap up this episode.
Yeah.
It's gotten long. We're at an hour and 11.
Oh, okay.
God, I mean, Lord.
They gotta.
We did go for 30 minutes talking about Marvel.
About Marvel.
Was that 30 minutes for real?
It was
Probably.
a smooth like 30.
That makes it even worse. You watched this go back and forth. I'm gonna just look at the clip again.
Yeah.
Just watch Iva just go back and forth. Like,
Technically, it's a Bone Thugs and Harmony song.
Oh, okay.
But it's Thug Love.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we can.
I'm gonna look it up.
We can.
I'll add that to the list.
We can cut it at the end, but
Yeah.
I'll let it play for a little bit, just for like a split second.
Yeah.
It's this song. Oh, fuck it.
see what I mean?
Is this one?
Okay.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cut this out.
Yeah. Cut that out.
I completely forgot. It's been about 10 years.
I'm weak. They're gonna cancel us.
Now we gotta put the
They're like, last episode of the season, they was wilding.
now we gotta put the E trademark on it
We're gonna get
for explicit on this episode
we're gonna get
Man.
set down in church.
Right.
in our respective churches.
Our respective churches.
But-
Now we can each go get coffee on Sundays.
right. Oh well. Okay. It's been real, boys. It's been
Yes. But no, it's season one's been fire.
Season one is a wrap.
Yeah.
That is the end of it.
It's dope that you all get to kind of peek in these last 9 episodes. Y'all literally have been in our group chat.
Basically,
We
yeah.
have literally opened up our group chat to you all, and
Yeah.
keep tuning in if you want to continue to be in the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you for the next season.
Yeah.